Good morning. Let's see how we're doing here. We got what you need. And welcome, everybody. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I I want to see how this works. The stuff that I got down here in the basement, I bought all this stuff and haven't put it all together, turned it on, and I did make a video, a brief one, but that's why I'm doing this now. Is I want to talk to everybody before we get too carried away with the get together. As everybody knows, and if you don't know, I'll be more than happy to explain to you that I went to the doctor. Well, first of all, on Tuesday, I went and had CT scans taken, blood work, and on Thursday, I went to Bismarck to see the oncologist. And yeah, he laid that right on me as soon as I walked in the door, or as soon as he walked in, and I was waiting for him. And he told me, "Hey, I got great news. You know, you're in complete remission." You know, I got to tell you, I was kind of floored. I was like, not that I'm looking forward to dying or anything, but I mean, I was just told 6 months to a year, and all of a sudden they're telling me you're in complete remission now. Remission means that it's gone for now. There's a little bit in there yet, still kind of bothering my side, and I'm going to be on the medicine until the end of the month. But other than that, I can pretty much go about my normal life. And in fact, at the end of the month, I'll be released to go do as I please. You know, I mean, literally. Oh, we got a cat down here. My cat is down here throwing up. Let's pause for a second. So anyway, back to, my cat just, I kept hearing this noise beside me. I'm like, what in the hell is that? And I don't know if you can see, my cat's down here puking. But he didn't puke. He just was hacking and probably had too many cigarettes this morning. So that's the deal. I'm in remission. And of course, anybody that knows anything, about anything is remission is not a cure. And eventually it will come back. It's like the doctor said to me, this kind of cancer that I have, unfortunately, has a way of getting around every treatment there is. And so nothing's going to cure it. But it could give me some time, some serious time. I mean, I'm looking at maybe 2 to 3 years, extra. So I'm going to be happy with that, and we'll go from there. So we were going to get together on May 16th, and once everybody found out that I wasn't dying right away, they're all like, well, hell, man. No point in hurrying now. The guy's probably going to be around for another year or so. And so they all backed out. Nothing I could do. I tried. I really did. But no, I'm actually just joking. Listen, it was kind of put together in a haste. And somebody had made the comment about September. I think it was Cassandra or Michelle or both of them. But I was like, it's great. Some folks have family problems, and I'm all for that, man. Take care of your family, take care of business at home, and we'll move this out to September. I mean, I can't wait to see everybody. I really can't. And for those of you that are, coming out to North Dakota and haven't been here in a long time, well, it'll be good for you too. So, anywho. September, and I guess by now maybe everybody has seen that I put a group text with, and if there's more, I'll put more on there. But for now, those names that are on there, if you come up with a date or in September that's comfortable for you, or you got time off, or you can't go on a certain weekend, let's deal with it now and get it, so we can lock something in stone. And Fred can get us that big mansion by the lake again, So just kidding, Fred. And I just want to say, Fred, you went out of your way. You didn't have to do that. And I'm glad it worked out this way, because I was starting to feel bad that, you were footing the bill. I mean, So now that it gives us a little chance to think about it and work out a plan, maybe we can work it out to where it won't hardly cost anything for anybody once they're here, other than getting here. So, with that said, and that's all I'm going to say on that matter. We have Austin and Dawn coming up from Arizona, and they're going to stop in Colorado and pick up Joey. I don't know if any of you remember Joey or Austin as far as that goes. But yeah, it'd be great to see them guys. And Neil is still coming out. He's already had his plane tickets booked, so he's still coming out on May 16th. Which brings me to Shirley. I'm going to call her today, but maybe she'll see this. And Shirley, if you see this and you've read the text, the group text, you understand what we're doing. If you would like to come over that weekend of the 16th, Neil is still flying in to Bismarck, and he's going to have a rented car, and he said he'd be more than happy to stop and pick you up, and you could come over and spend the weekend. He's got to be back on Monday morning, so it's totally up to you. Or you can come in September, but you can do both. You can come on the 16th, and we'll figure out how to get you over here on September, whatever date we pick. So it's totally up to you. Let me know, and so I can let Neil know. And then there's some folks on my dad's side of the family that live out here, and Dennis and Vicky might come down. I don't, and I haven't talked to a lot of the family members from that side yet. And it might just be for the day. But when it gets down to who's going to be staying, who's going to be using the Airbnb, it'll be the ones that come from way out of town, not from Williston. And but that's a lot. Well, Dennis and Vicky live up by the Canadian border, so that's a long drive too. And then of course, if any of the relatives come from Fargo, we better get a big house. I'm thinking we better get one that's got some serious bedrooms. I put Devin's name on there, and I think I put Zach and Peyton. But if I didn't, I will. I'm really hoping that they can come. I'd really like to see the boys, and it'd be nice if Michelle could have all of her kids here, but sometimes that's how it goes. September, I don't know if Matthew would be able to come back, but we'll see. I'd really like him to be here for this. A lot of you haven't seen Matthew. A lot of you have never met him. So, yeah, that'd be awesome if he could come back. And then I got a good friend of mine. You'll notice he's on there. He lives out in Oregon, but we used to drive truck together. And Michelle and Fred know him, and Devin. His name is Trevor. He's a good friend of mine, and he told me he was going to come out, but when we talked last night, I told him what was going on. And I said, September, and he even agreed that now he can make some serious plans and maybe get the airline ticket. It came up as fast as it did because everybody thought that I was probably gonna bite the big one real quick. And I'll tell you what, I felt like it at times. 1 minute I was good, and the next minute I was tired, and the next minute I was wore out and couldn't breathe, and I couldn't sleep at night. I mean, it was a roller coaster of things that went on. But the medicine that I'm taking is, I'm not even going to pronounce it. When September comes, I'll show you what it is. It's a form of immunotherapy. They targeted therapy, I guess they call it. But it's so I guess you could still say it's chemotherapy, but trust me, it's not like the chemotherapy that I had, or if anybody's ever experienced strong doses of chemotherapy, you know what I'm talking about. So I'll be on that for another month, and I just got the order for the next dose, and I don't know if I told any of you this, but the medicine was outrageous. It's like $21,000 for a month's supply. And so, I got insurance companies picking the whole tab up, and it's good. So I'm going to take it. Other than that, I'm taking ivermectin, and I'm taking that the other one that starts with an F. I don't know what it is. I'm taking red clover, and I take a few Bud Lights on the side, maybe. No, I really don't drink any much anymore. But I've actually had a taste, and like at night, sometimes I think I could really put a few down, but it wouldn't take much to put me out. Yeah. So, boy, there's been a lot of people that have gotten sick. A lot of people that have gotten cancer. I just lost a real good friend. My buddy's out in West Virginia. His name was Joe, and he used to live up in Pennsylvania, and we worked together, and him and his ex-wife drove for the same company I did. And he's just a good friend, and his sister, just a sweetheart, and my mom knew her real well, and this gal used to help Mom go to the store and drive around, and she was just a real sweetheart. But she just passed away, and yeah, that's a tough one. My buddy Joe has lost his brother last year, lost his girlfriend, or excuse me, in 23 he lost his brother, in 24 he lost his girlfriend, and in 25 he just now lost his sister, so he's had it pretty tough. But yeah. So I'm also going to invite my buddy Corey. He used to be my boss, and he used to own Glory Road. Some of you remember him. Some of you have met him. But he is just really a great guy. Fred and Michelle met him, or at least I know Fred did. I don't know if Michelle did. And yeah, he's a great guy, and I'm hoping to get him and his wife to come over that weekend. And as soon as we come up with a date, I'll let him know. But yeah, so it looks like I might even be able to go back to work, and I'm kind of excited about that. Sitting around the house for months and months and months. It did its damage on me. But so I can't wait to get back to work. And of course, I'm not gonna go back on the road. I'd like to find a job driving truck, but it would have to be something that was right here and home every day, weekends off. I ain't going back on the road. So that being said, yeah, that's kind of a new thing. I can't wait to get back to work. I don't know. I might go over to Peterbilt, and they've been hiring somebody in their warehouse for 2 years now. And I don't know if it's that they just can't keep them or what, but every time I look on the jobs, that job is in there. So I'd like to go talk to them, because I think that'd be a fun job. You're a parts runner, you're a warehouse worker. You go pick up trucks and deliver trucks, and so it'd be kind of fun to do that too. And then of course on my side job, I'm going to be delivering drugs. I'm going to be doing drugs on the side. I'm kind of the cocaine, king here. So that'll be. No, I'm just kidding. God, don't anybody take that serious. Next thing you know, FBI will be banging on my door. But yeah, so that would be fun. And of course, everybody's constantly telling me to get this thing up and running so I can do my podcast. And yeah, all I gotta do is turn it on. But that would be fun too. So maybe you'll be hearing from me. Maybe I'll throw a few videos on. We'll see how this works out. And yeah, like I said, if you come up with any ideas, please let me know. And God, it'd be a lot of fun for us all to get together. We haven't done this for years, so and that the Airbnb is just kind of the way to do it, because I don't know if you're all aware of it, but a motel room here in Dickinson is pretty expensive. I mean, the cheap ones are like $100 and something bucks. A real good one. I think, in fact, Neil had gotten a room at the Sheraton, I believe, or the Hilton, whichever, and it was $160, $169, I think, for the night. So Airbnb, we all get together. Of course, I say we all because I won't be staying there with you. I will be staying in my house. And but if everybody got together and pitched in, it wouldn't cost nothing at all, hardly so. That's the way to go, I think. Y'all let me know what you think of everything. Here it is. It's May. We have all summer, but another great idea was that maybe we could get together somewhere else, and spend a weekend where we could all be together. And I don't know where that would be, but you have Dawn and Austin coming up from Arizona, and that's a long ways away. Cassandra and Tom are coming from Florida. That definitely is a long ways away. Lisa, if she comes at the same time, she'll be coming from North Carolina. Michelle and Fred coming from Texas. So, I just thought, maybe there'd be a way we could do this somewhere where we could all meet and get together. But it'd be nice so we could have Shirley, have her here, and we could go see the cemetery up in Sydney, my dad's tomb and our headstone. And so, there's, it was just a thought, but, Colorado was actually one of my thoughts. I thought, if one of the complaints that Tom and Cassandra had was how expensive it is to fly here. And it is. Unless you are flying to Vegas, you can't go anywhere from here or come to here from anywhere that it ain't going to cost you. But you can get a direct flight to Vegas for $100. Same thing with Phoenix. Connie's daughter, she flies up here quite a bit. And her and Matthew have been up here, and it's just a little over $100 for her to fly up and then $100 to fly back. You have to give them at least a week's notice, and it probably will even be worse in the summer. But that's where the thought came in about, maybe Colorado. And the reason they say that is because it's cheap to fly into Denver from just about anywhere. So those in Texas could fly up there and hit Denver. Those from all over the country, whoever's coming, it'd be a lot cheaper to fly into Denver than it would Bismarck, North Dakota. And so if anybody is interested in that idea, we could put something together there, maybe up in the foothills or up in let's go way up in the Rockies and get Colorado Rocky Mountain High. That'd be fun. So that is an idea, my cousins and brothers and sisters. So that's all I'm going to do for now. I just want to let everybody know this is what's going on, and as the world turns. So hey, let's get some ideas and toss them on there. All right. Talk to everybody later. Bye.